the players have their roles, but you take on the identity of your coach. And so if your coach is letting shit slide, I used to play with guys that used to have turnovers and be like, my bad. And ain't no my bad, bro. Coach will rip your ass. No, ain't happening, yo.
The real question is, what does Coach Bud think that a coach superstar player relationship should look like? And then maybe if we'll see that.
Yeah, I think the most important thing with all the great players, but to be honest with you, with every player on our roster, is to build a relationship with them. Show them that you care about them genuinely, that you care about their family, you care about things that are going on in their life, and you care about making them the best basketball player that they can become. I think the great ones want to get better. They're not content. They're not happy with where they are. They want to keep getting better. So, building a relationship with them, showing them that you genuinely care about them, and then I would say coaching them, coach them hard. That's what I've seen for really all of my NBA life. I'm certainly trying to do it as a head coach. I'm not perfect. But my experience is you got to coach your best players. You got to coach them hard. You got to demand of them. You got to have high expectations for them. And usually they thrive. That's part of what makes them great. They actually want to be coached. They want it. And so that's been my observation. That's, kind of my mentality going into this. We have some great players, and Devin and Kevin and Brad, they are big time. So I think they know that I'm going to have high expectations of them. I'm going to coach them. I'm going to hold them accountable. But that's what I'm going to do with everybody. And so it's not any different. That's kind of been my roadmap for coaching, whether it's the best players or the entire roster.
That's it.
Bro,
I love
that
it.
Is it.
That's it.
Music to my fucking ears.
Yo, you got to coach them hard. Like that, man, if that didn't hit you in the soul, I don't know what will. Because I feel like, I do feel like Monty held players accountable. But the problem with Monty was, as he had his idea of what players he would like to coach more than others, and that's the problem. You got to coach everybody. Yeah. Everybody has got to be almost the same. Now, is there different ways that you got to approach different people because of the way they respond to certain things? 1,000,000%. But what I love is, it doesn't matter. Like, Devin Booker does want to be coached, and he wants to be coached hard. So does Kevin Durant. As much as everybody's kind of trying to drag KD in the chat, like I'm telling you, KD wants to be coached. He wants to be held accountable. And I guarantee you, if he doesn't live up to the expectation or he does something that's out of pocket, he will get called out on it. And that's how you have to do it. Like, you can't treat KD any differently than everybody else just because he's KD, but you let him have a pass and not Devin Booker, or you let Devin Booker have a pass but not Bradley Beal. No, those three have got to be treated at a high level. Yep. They've got to set the tone, and I don't feel like they really did that to the nth degree last year because Frank let some shit slide.
Well, and that's the thing. There was one specific answer that we went back to a couple times where towards the end of the season, Gerald and the rest of the media were kind of asking each of the big three and Vogel, who is the leader of this team, right? And KD specifically said, our coach. It has to be the coach. But it didn't really feel all the time as if Vogel was truly the leader of this team. And sometimes it was like that weird balance of like, yeah, I'm the leader because I'm the coach, but I'm also working with three really amazing superstar athletes. So they also kind of lead in it. You have to have a defined role. You have to have on the court. I'm not talking about that, but a defined, the coach is the leader of this team. We're all going to follow the game plan. We're all going to buy in, and we're going to have the conversations along the ride if we don't think that this is working out well for us. But there has to be a clear leader.
That's why I was bothered when people were getting on Kevin by when he said that. Every fucking team I've ever played on, the coach was the leader of the team. Like, the players have their roles, but you take on the identity of your coach. And so if your coach is letting shit slide, I used to play with guys that used to have turnovers and be like, my bad. And ain't no my bad, bro. Coach will rip your ass. No, ain't happening, yo. So I'm just saying, like, I didn't have a problem with when Kevin said that. He's supposed to be the leader, and obviously that didn't work out. But
I think it was just a moment in time. There was a lot of tension around the whole team.
Yeah, there was a lot of noise going on.
We were all tense as fans and followers.
Listen, music to my ears. Hold everyone accountable. Get the best out of your big three. Devin, Kevin, Brad, they want to be coached. They want to be called out on their stuff. They want to get better. And so this is great, and it's the Popovich tree. Popovich was yelling at Tim Duncan until the day he retired. Yes. And so this is what we're looking at. I love it.
And also, hopefully this will help the big three too, because how many times did we have the conversation or at least question, like, it feels like they're all still trying to tiptoe around one another in the sense of, not that they didn't get along, but I don't want to take too much from Booker. I don't want to take too much from Kevin, or I don't want to take too much. You know what I mean? It's that weird, like, I'm trying to be selfless, but I also need somebody to step up and take, you know, that weird gray area that we felt a lot last season. Maybe, just maybe, Coach Bud will be like, here's how it's going to kind of go.
Right.
We need you to be this guy and reach this mark. Maybe he doesn't have to put specific numbers on it, but it'll help alleviate that kind of like, I don't want to step on anybody's toes, because you're trying to be a selfish player.